What is up, my dudes? Cheap bastard talking to ya. Welcome back to the blazing fast, the cheapest 2007 Ford Focus ST Mk2 in Europe.
Come on, you want it, come on, you want it, you want it, you want it.
In the last episode, we saw the absolute low point of this car. The interior looked more like a meth lab from Breaking Bad than the angry hatchback it really is. Just look at this. It should be illegal to trash a car like that. As the old saying goes, treat cars with respect. Today, this ST will receive a 5-star spot treatment. And since the interior required the most of it, we made a chemical cleanup of the interior and it never looked better. The red accents of the two-tone Recaro interior are telling you that it is mad, it's fast, and it's ready to go. After cleaning the whole interior, it is time for the wheels. Unfortunately, I'm not an Opel Vectra owner, so let's slap on some proper rims. Boom! Plus 10 style points. I bought these 18-inch alloy wheels on a local marketplace with summer tires. The engine and the drivetrain also needed some maintenance work to be done. Here's a quick list of all the things. Air, oil and fuel filters were changed, new brake discs and pads were added, oil change was done, new front axle was put in, and the new set of belts also found their way into the engine. So, how much did everything cost? Well, the whole interior cleanup with new floor material cost 172, wheels with tires, balancing and nuts added 250 euros to the total, engine and suspension work did cost 800 euros, new side skirts 108 euros and registration fees 130 euros. And let's not forget the fact that the car itself was also bought for 1300 euros. So if we don't count the fuel consumed, the total price right now is 2760 euros. Talk about price to performance. But the real question is, does it really perform as it should with more than 350,000 kilometers on the clock? Well, kind of. After doing some serious pulls, the car started leaking antifreeze. But that's actually what you've got to accept when having a 350,000 kilometer sports car. But don't get me wrong, the car is more than capable to do 100 kilometers per hour as well as the 200 kilometers per hour. But when you do that on the Autobahn, there's always that dude with the X5 who is willing to overtake you at any cost. And since I own this car properly for about few months now, I can give you my honest opinion. So let's start with the things I don't like about it. And actually there aren't many things. The first one is that my phone only fits in a glove box and nowhere else. But the most significant disadvantage of this car is the fuel consumption. If I drive calmly, it consumes around 12 to 13 liters per 100 kilometers, but if you are in a mood for a spirited drive, expect around 20 liters per 100 kilometers. And now with the positives. It is a super practical car which has a massive trunk, comfortable seats and a nice interior space. It handles very sharply, feels super agile, and sounds right with the Mozart's classical music. Also, the price of these do not depreciate as much as regular cars, so I guess that's a positive too. Thank you for watching and don't forget to stay cheap, my dudes. Cheap bastard out.